Real Tough Candy from realtoughcandy.com, back on the bike with you guys today. How's everybody? Today we're going to talk about the 5 secret weapons that help me learn to code better. You guys know I don't like wasting time. Let's get to number 5. Number 5, books. We understand the power of a great Udemy course, the great lecture style that Team Treehouse has, some of the code samples that freeCodeCamp has, but there's something about a book. I don't know about you, but when I'm on a computer, like I'm doing a Udemy course or whatever, I have like 7 other tabs up and I'm getting distracted all the time. And a book just minimizes those distractions. The other thing about books is that the topics are indexed. So you can very easily flip back to whatever you're trying to learn about. If you really want to double down on the secret weapon of books, pair them with a video course, because you get the audio of the video, you get the visual of the video, and you also get the visual of a book, and it really reinforces that information. Number 4, a mentor. I was lucky enough early in this YouTube thing to have someone actually reach out to me. This guy's a super talented developer. He checked out and he has been so helpful with me coming to him for real-time information and real-time help when I'm stuck on a problem. And mentors are great when you're learning to code, because you can come to them and they make you feel comfortable. It's not like Stack Overflow where there's this peanut gallery just waiting to rip you apart for asking a newbie question. And I still have him as a mentor. I have my job, but I'm still asking him questions about work stuff when my senior developer is busy, or just on the weekends when I run into something. But Real Tough Candy, where the heck am I gonna find a mentor? I don't do YouTube channel. I don't have a freaking YouTube channel. That is a perfect question to segue into secret weapon number 3. Tech communities. The best IRL groups to get into, in my experience, are meetups. You go to meetup.com, search for your technical interest, whether it's JavaScript, UX, UI, you name it, it's out there. They're in most major cities, even around the world, these meetups take place. And if you live in a rural area or a smaller town, make a point to go to that city once a month or whenever you can, every couple weeks, and just make those connections. And don't be shy about introducing yourself, because there are people of all talents. There's a lot of people out there who really want to help newbies because they remember how frustrating it was. And a lot of people just like the challenge, it gets them out of their comfort zone. Online communities are super diverse and can be very helpful as well. freeCodeCamp has a great community. The Real Tough Candy Getter chat room. There's newbies, there's seniors, there's people who've been doing it for 5, 10, 20 years plus. And these online communities are great places to find that support, get the questions answered that you need answered, and progress in your learning in your career. Number 2, an achievement journal. This is a lo-fi method to track your progress and really just flip the pages or go through your digital notes and see how far you've come. You're delving into so many technologies and coming to a lot of dead ends, getting a lot of success points in there too. But after a while, a lot of it just kind of like melds together. Once you start writing things down, you can start organizing your thoughts. And that organization, that decluttering of your mind, really makes learning and retention of information a lot easier. I keep a journal at work. I have something, there's like to-do lists. I have a to-did list. So I have a physical journal with a to-did list, and sometimes I'll keep notes on my personal machine as well. And you can just use something as simple as, a little note program where you date it and then you just give bullet points on what you accomplished that day. After a while, after a few months of doing this, you're going to see some big time progression, and that can be a huge confidence booster. And a lot of times confidence is what you need to learn more and keep pressing on to practice these technologies and feel confident in applying for jobs and getting to that next level. And finally, the number 1 method for learning how to code: go for a walk. Go for a bike ride. You like gardening? Get out and garden. Go get some physical activity where you're not focused on a computer and coding. One of the quickest ways to burn out and just get sick of it and just stop learning is by staying on a computer for 18 hours a day. Our bodies weren't built for it, and our brains weren't either. The more you try to stuff into your brain, the less you're going to remember. It doesn't have to be this hardcore thing where, 3-hour bike ride followed by an Ironman. It can just be 15 minutes. But it really is important to just take a little break from the computer, from coding, and let that information process. And again, going back to writing in a journal, getting your thoughts organized. I've had a lot of revelations about coding problems, just taking a walk, going for a bike ride, being out in the woods. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna go run over some more pine cones, go get a fizzy water, maybe go get a kombucha or something. Oh yeah, I'm loving it up.
You can't have my bike!